Hello students, I welcome you in the e-learning program organized by CB Khedgis College, Akkalkot. Our college is well-known reputed college in the state of Maharashtra. I am Mrs. Valekar, working in the Department of Mathematics, now taking you on the tour of learning mathematics at the intermediate level. Students, up till now, you have learned the basics of mathematics. Here in after mathematics subject is divided in many parts. In the present academic year at 11th standard, there are two parts of mathematics subject. My dear students, I, Mrs. Valekar Didi, working as assistant teacher in the Department of Mathematics. Welcome all of you to this e-learning. Part 1 contains total 9 topics and part 2 also contains total 9 topics. Students, now we will briefly consider each topic and scope of their study in this academic year. The first topic is angle and its a measurement. It is having weightage of 4 marks. In this topic, you have to study the angle and its measurements of all types, and you have to understand different systems of measurements of angles and their interrelationship. Students, in this topic, you have to study the conversion of angle from one system to another system. For example, degrees into radians and vice versa. In the second topic, that is trigonometry 1, the weightage of this topic is for the trigonometry 1 is 6 marks. In this topic, considering the same, it is divided into trigonometry 1 and 2. In trigonometry first, we have to deal with understanding definitions of trigonometric functions and measurement of their angles. We have to find the values of trigonometric functions of certain given angles, and we have to draw graphs of these trigonometric functions. Next, third topic is trigonometry second. This topic has the weightage of 8 marks. In the trigonometry second, we have to find difference of the angles, or we have to add trigonometric functions of specific angles. We have to also find trigonometric functions of multiple and submultiple angles. The product of trigonometric functions has also been default in this chapter. We have to learn some rules and ratios of trigonometry, also angles of triangle. Next one, fourth topic is determinants and matrices, and the weightage of this topic is 10 marks. In the fourth chapter, we have to deal with determinants and matrices. In determinants, we have to find a value of determinant and reduce it to simple form. We have solved linear equations in 2 or 3 variables. The important part in this chapter that find the area of triangle using the determinants. In matrices, we have to deal with various types of matrices. We have to perform algebraic operations and of the matrices. Next topic is fifth chapter, that is straight line. In the chapter, we have to study straight line and understand locus and its equation. We have to find equation of straight line in various forms. In this chapter, we have to study and find out the angle between two straight lines and distance of point from a line. Next topic is circle. In the last year, in the 10th standard, you also studied the topic circle and its properties and also the tangent of the circle also. In this year, in the 11th standard, students, you have to study the circle. It is very important topic from your syllabus. We have to find the equation of circle with some given conditions. We have also studied the various properties of circle. We have to find equations of tangent to the circle. Various types of the equation means the equations of the circle. By finding the equations of circle by using various types of the diameter, radius and from the origin, and as this like we solve the equation of the circle. Therefore, it is very important topic from your syllabus. Therefore, we have the base of the 10th standard to study for this year, and also you have to learn about this topic. Okay. Next topic from this syllabus of the first section is conic section. Students, this is very important topic for you in this year. The seventh chapter is conic section and the weightage of this chapter is for the 8 marks. These marks are marks with options, students. Okay. In this section, in this conic section, which includes parabola, ellipse, hyperbola, and these types of the conics we have to draw, we have to understand, and we have to develop the skills of to find out the equations of these conics. Okay, we have to find the equations of the conic section on the given conditions also. We have to learn about that conditions and what are the conditions of that each conic, that is mean by parabola, ellipse and hyperbola also. And what are the uses of these properties of these conics? This is very important also in the chapter. Here also we have to find equation of tangent to all these conics means by parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. Okay, we have to find the equations of the tangents to each of these conic. Okay, next of the this section is the chapter is 8th chapter and which is from the statistics. Okay, in this 8th chapter, that is name of this chapter is measures of dispersion and weightage of this chapter is 5 marks. Okay, in this chapter measures of dispersion we have to calculate range, standard deviation and variance from the given data. For this calculating the range, standard deviation and variance, we have to given the input means we have to given all the data about this. Okay. This topic is mainly from the applied mathematics. This chapter, in this chapter uh, we have to develop our skill how to use in our daily life. Okay. Next chapter, last but best, which is already studied in the 10th, also in 9th standard. Okay, and this chapter have the distributed the marks of 6 marks. And this is the probability means chances. About chances, we have already studied very much in the 10th standard. Okay, in this year, we have to study the probability to calculate an event and also learn the conditional probability. What are the conditions about that we see in this topic? In the topic, we have to learn another one of the most important theorem, that is called as Bayes theorem, and use of its application. That means by how to use in our daily life. What are the applications of this probability and Bayes theorem in our daily life? Okay, this section is here finished by the 9 chapters from the second chapter. Okay, students, apart from the above topics, we have to carry on practicals on each topic. The subject of mathematics, like other science subject, is being taught by theory and practicals also. We have to demonstrate the theoretical part by doing practicals on it. Practicals means we demonstrate how to calculate from the given theory by the examples. What are the examples? What are the type of the? In part 2, the first chapter is complex number, and weightage of this complex numbers is about 6 marks. In this chapter, you have to study the set of complex numbers and different ways of expressing the complex number, and also algebra of complex number. Next, we have to perform the algebraic operations on the complex number. In second topic is sequence and series. This topic is also studied in the 10th standard. This topic contains 7 marks. In second topic, sequence and series, we have to learn about arithmetic progression, geometric progression, and harmonic progression. And arithmetic progression is studied in the 10th standard. We have to revise it. And we have to find the general terms and the sum of the first n terms of these sequences. And on this basis of sequences, we have to learn the series. Okay. Next chapter is permutations and combination. Its weightage is 8 marks. In the third topic, permutations and combinations, we have to learn how to count the number of arrangement of given objects, satisfying the conditions. Also, we have to count the number of possible selections of objects with certain conditions. Means we have to learn about the another way of counting in this chapter. It is very different and very interesting topic for you. And it is the examples of these chapters are solved logically. Okay. You have to therefore increase your logical thinking and also reasoning. Next chapter is fourth chapter. In this fourth chapter, name of this chapter is methods of induction and binomial theorem. Weightage of this is 7 marks. Okay. In this topic, we have to understand the method of induction, apply it to verify mathematical statements. This is very short but sweet topic in our syllabus. Methods of induction and together of this is binomial theorem. In binomial theorem, we have to expand binomial expressions and find its general term and simplify for negative index or fractional power. Okay. What are the indexes? You have seen already in the quadratic equation also and in polynomial also. In this chapter, we have to see but the negative index or fractional powers also. How to expand this? Okay. Next topic. The fifth topic is sets and relations. And the weightage of this topic is 6 marks. Sets, we have to work with sets and operations on sets. We already studied in the ninth standard of these states. We have construct set from given conditions and we have to solve problems on applications of set theory. For relations, we have to identify the types of relations and we have to study equivalence of relations. The next chapter is sixth chapter, that's name is functions, and this chapter is about the 5 marks. In this chapter, functions, we have to work with functions defined on different domains and we have to identify the different types of the functions. Okay, this is very short topic in our syllabus, but it is very important in future for the limits, continuity, differentiation and for the 12th standard also. Okay, I am going now to the 7th chapter, which is called as limits, and the weightage of this is about the 6 marks. In 7th chapter limit, we have to understand the concept of limit of the function. Okay, function becomes here also no, and also determine the limits of the function if they exist. Functions are already in the 6th chapter, but we are studying in 7th chapter also, 8th chapter also and 9th chapter also and so next year also. Okay, therefore you know about the importance of the functions. Okay, next chapter is 8th chapter. 8th chapter is continuity and weightage of this chapter is 5 marks. In the 8th chapter, continuity, we have to define and study the continuity of a function at a point and in an interval. Next, last chapter from the second section is the 9th chapter, and 9th chapter is differentiation. We have to understand and study the differentiability of a function. Here also we need the functions, okay, and also understand the study of differentiation of various functions. For the second section also, students, we have to carry practicals on each topic. This subject, mathematics, like other subjects, is being taught by theory and practicals. We have to demonstrate the theoretical part by doing the practicals on it by solving examples, and examples, not at all. Students, on behalf of my CV Khedgis College, I appreciate your patiently hearing and watching the video. Stay at home and stay healthy. Thank you once again.